What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. Just yesterday, I was telling you how ridiculous TCG player pre-sales are, and look at this, more sellers, 9 total, barely undercutting each other. Well, today, the big boys have put out their prices. Tier 0 and Gamer's Choice, they will be relisting a bit. Tier 0 is slammed on traffic. It took forever to load. I've only seen the top starlights for Tier 0. I've seen nothing from Gamer's Choice. We're going to be reacting to those prices because you guys seem to like when I give my first honest thoughts to those, and I've got to say, I really hope it's better than trying to get $100 on every single freaking card. 80s, 90s, please stop it over here. Come on, $50 ultras, there's no shot, at least early on. As the market develops for these cards, and they might longer term take their place in the metagame, you could see some of these come to fruition, I suppose, but early estimated value pulled. I have faith in my sponsors. Let's go ahead and see. And remember, code What's Good 5 for 5% off, and to support the channel directly will make these prices even cheaper. I am going to be completely honest on every single card, and what we look through for pre-sales usually is to see what might go up. On sets like Rise of the Duelist and perhaps this, you have more than just 3 cards that will actually hit that trajectory, and a lot of people interested in the decks. Now, Phoenix Enforcer at 300, I think this will be more towards 200. The Exo Sister is very hyped, waifu mommy. We'll see how Exo Sister actually does in the TCG though, because its main actual breakout in the OCG was Tier 0 Splight, and it being a counter to that. I don't think Splight's going to be Tier 0 here. Maybe Tier 1, 1.5. We see Ultimate Slayer, which is the Artemis Slay. That at 360, generic-ish card. I could see that improving over time. Also has Apollosa on the art. Kind of collectible there. USA, we saw the Wind Channeler get bought out. It could be towards 200 as well for a bit. Usually when they're newer, the Charmers and Charmer-related stuff is cheaper. And then we have deck cores here. Splight deck core, as well as Tier Element 276 and 216. I'll have to see what's in those in a bit. The site is bogged, so you'll probably want to just try to get your stuff in your cart and check out if shopping Tier 0. Then we have the other Starlight at 180. So they've gone conservative-ish, but some of these will probably fall out to be worth less. Although this one's done very, very well for itself in the OCG in terms of its pricing and people really drooling over it, so maybe it'll do okay over here. Let's get to the real cards. Let's get to not just the top end deck cores, all that. All right, starting at 54, and also cheaper boxes than TCG Player has had as of late. So if you're going sealed, I don't suggest, unless you're getting it to hold sealed, then I would go for cases in that, case. Still though, not a bad price versus what's available now. I expect a lot of Power of the Elements to be out there, but I feel like it's going to be around $68 a box. Better than a, $60 box. Also, MSRP is up. These prices, much better, half the price of TCG Player, more towards what I expected. Sprite Blue may be, that's a tough call. My initial projection was 60, but it also could be in that 40 range, right? Like, so many people are going to want this deck and grab full play sets though. 54 is a very good pre-sale price. Where it'll end up, I think between 60 and 40, so very well placed by Tier 0. Ultimate Slayer, they are pricing towards 54. Not the other stuff. The generic goodness. It is very hyped. A lot of buyouts have happened around it. I really don't know where it's going to land, if I'm going to be honest, and I feel like that is a good shot in the dark, kind of dart to the dartboard towards the price. Let's see how else they chop up the estimated value pulled and Gamer's Choice. Primeval Planet is 42 up here. Then the Exo Sister all the way down to 24. You love to see it. Where do they have it on? Towards 90. Gotta love it. The Tier 0 just coming out with no greed in their hearts. They also have the Fish deck core, the Goatee, the Fish, at just $27. That's hilarious. Hero deck core at 36. Let's see if these Sprite deck cores have actually everything. 3 blues, 3 jets, all of this at 276. So let's also see how the ultras are priced out to get there. We have the Sprite Ultra starter at 18, so they are expecting value within the Ultras. We see the Tier Element stuff also towards 16 listed. That is good stuff, 14. So yeah, I saw a lot of vendors take this approach that they think the Ultras are going to have a large chunk of the money in the set. Tier 0 seemingly of a like mind of that. They're not trying to put up the doo-doo secret rares up here. They're putting up the good secret rares and then the Ultras next, and pricing a lot more realistically. I love that. All right, we have Draco Utopia. Scorpion at 10, though. That's interesting. We have Ashura King, Secret also towards 10, Tier Element, Ultra 10. I do think Tier Elements are probably the thing that'll age the best long-term out of the set, considering we get the Ishizu stuff towards November. All right, if you are checking out at Tier 0, again, site bogged down. There's some cool new accessories over here. I think they found Jim's manufacturer looking at them. I've asked them for some so I can get them in to compare. Something good to add to your cart. Or those Yu-Gi-Oh! Gold cards that are also the metal cards that I love. They're on the site. Code What's Good 5 for 5% off and to support the channel directly. If you're having trouble getting to that free worldwide shipping at 60 pounds, and also in the top corner, you can switch to USD, change the amount of things on a screen, and I want to see what Gamer's Choice is at now. I can't hold it in. I want to see the competition. I love pitting my sponsors against each other for the cheapest price. All right, Splight Decor, a little more expensive here. Tier Element at 220. Let's see how it's doing here. Again, though, this is US, 216, so very similarly priced. It looks like we're barely winning out on Tier 0, but if they sell out, then Gamer's Choice is right here on these decors. The Fish Decor at just 20, though. Are they actually winning on that one a little bit? Yes, they are, depending on what's in it. I assume it's going to be like 3 of everything. I don't think they have the same site traffic right now. They just went live, so we should be able to see 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. It looks like playsets. Tier Elements, yeah, it's looking like playsets. And then, where's that Sprite? Let's check out the Sprite decor. We've got 3, 3. Okay, there's blues, there's everything. It's looking pretty good over here as well. Man, it's a lot cheaper to play Sprite than I think people initially thought, but that rarity spread also coming in clutch. All right, here are their Starlight prices. Yep, at 200, that's about where I thought it would be, so Gamer's Choice right on the money, but actually pricing up Ultimate Slayer here at 400. They priced down her at 150. They're saying nothing like the OCG will be happening over here. Martha, why'd you say that name? Is at 300, and Ausa all the way down to 150. I might be checking out with that one. I definitely think Velma is one of the better looking charmers, and Earth, definitely a lot of combo pieces there going for her that people are excited about. Okay, prices. 40 on Sprite Blue is very freaking nice. Okay, Gamer's Choice bringing it. Let me see if I can just go all the power of the elements here and go price. Best selling is, okay, $5 on her. I see you. I see you, Gamer's Choice, really chopping up that estimated value pulled a different type of way. Oh, Ultimate Slay at 80 though? 80 though. Wow. They are really betting that this is the top end of the set, calling it like Triple Tactics Talent or something. Again, very hyped card. Maybe it doesn't. I feel like 60, 65 initial, but Bode is very hyped as a set, and people will want their value out of it. 30 on Martha. We've got plenty of stuff going on here. We got the Fish Decor. We got the Tier Element starting at 20, so a little more expensive there. Elf down to 15, though. Looks like a lot of the Tier Elements are a little bit cheaper over here. So, really good to see the competition ramp up like this. Gamer's Choice, Tier 0, both places have reasons to shop. Both places taking a different approach to that estimated value pull chop up. And I love to see that for my audience versus this slow, greedy look over on TCG Player early. I really do hope they find a system that's more competitive. I am incentivized. Code What's Good 5 for 5% off and to support the channel directly, or use that TCG Player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra. Support the channel directly for the cards you already be buying. Both places. So I'm down for call-outs. I do think, again, you want to be, Tier Elements are the things that might age the best, but will people be after it very fast? Will it be instantly in that competitive scene? That's the bigger question. And also, how will Exo Sisters perform? It looks like Tier 0 is betting a little bit less on them than you have over at Gamer's Choice. I think they priced Martha very similarly, though it is looking like almost dead the same. So Slay is where Gamer's Choice thinks a lot of the value will be, and that allows them to price other things down. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below of these pre-sales. I love doing this kind of reaction thing to them, where it's that initial thing. I get to experience that with you, seeing them for the first time and how people think the set will go. And often on pre-sales, it's Gamer's Choice. There's like people in the comment section always like, everybody's a loser on pre-sales except the people doing pre-sales. Well, look at the Magician's Souls right now, and look at almost every single set has 1 through 3 cards that solidly spike after the release, usually. Not a financial advisor channel. I don't know the future. Some sets flop on their face like Hidden Arsenal, but for big sets, usually something is underpriced because they're chopping up estimated value pull. 1 to 3 things. On greater sets, that can be even more things. Look at Ice Dragon's Prison from, Rise of the Duels. Look at the BLS link, Access Code Talker. I can go on and on. Almost every set has 1 to 3 things, and that's what we're looking through. That's why I don't necessarily suggest deck cores, but if you think that Sprite Blue is way past hyped versus this initial price and would be greater, I mean, it very well could be, but yeah, it still falls in the lower end of the range where I thought it would end up there in pre-sales, and that's pretty impressive. The only card that I have for changes right now, by the way, for regular Market Watch is Soul Drain, so I'll include that here instead of the next time. It's skyrocketing. People are going onto this floodgate for the upcoming metagame. It has its Lart as well, which is skyrocketing. The Super from Astral Pack is up, and even the Rare is a lot of money, so maybe there's some extra money you have that you didn't know you had. But I'm still on this hype. I love actually seeing these things, and my vendor brain kicks in versus my market brain, and how I would personally approach this and how they've done it different. And I really like to see the minds that don't just think with greed, that actually think of their community, bringing customers back, and that customer service portion too. Gamer's Choice and Tier 0 really putting it on the table and bringing it, and you love to see it versus this crap. Let's be honest, it's dog poo-poo. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the conversation and how things have gone. And I get the TCG players in a hard place versus a rock. Having those pre-sellers there that would cancel orders they want to vet and make sure the pre-sellers are good. But this just ain't it. We have to wait for the competition on TCG player to see how they price over there for real when things drop.